Hey guys, another week and obviously lots of gear coming out. There's constantly revolving, constantly improving gear. And the last video I did, I talked about the new Shimano 2021 Ultegra, which had a ton of upgrades over the previous gen. So staying along that line of spinning reels, the new Shimano Twin Power SW. If you're an offshore guy or a saltwater guy, Twin Power SW is a reel you should definitely look into. And I want to break down what the improvements are from this gen to the previous gen. So right off the bat, sizing. Sizing has changed. So the previous gen never had an 8,000 or a 14,000 size. So the new Twin Power for this year, for 2021, in the SW is available in a 4,000, a 5,000, a 6,000, so perfect inshore, nearshore stuff, 8,000, 10,000, and 14,000. When you look at the comparisons between the old Twin Power and this one, let's start right at the top. I'm going to start here and kind of work my way down. The drag. So both had the X-Tough drag. This has the X-Tough drag. Previous one had the X-Tough drag. Cross-carbon drag washers, obviously for those hard-running fish to dissipate the heat better and manage itself better. But the new thing for 2021 is the heat sink drag is available in both the 10,000 and the 14,000 size. 24 pounds of drag in the 4,000, 29 pounds in both the 5,000 and 6,000 sizes. And then you move to the 8,000, 10,000, and 14,000. They have a whopping 55 pounds of stopping power. When we go down just a bit to the casting platform, between the rotor, the bail arm, and the spool, one-piece solid bail arm. You've got the propulsion line management lip, which is typical of all Shimanos, and that's that tapered lip that reduces friction when casting, improves casting distance and line management. Aero Wrap 2 on this reel as well, so that crisscrossing of your line. I don't know if it goes up fast or it goes down slow or the reverse, but it's a different speed that it goes up and down, creating a micro crisscross pattern. That stops that braided line like Power Pro from digging in on hard running fish, and it helps with your casting as well. So that's total casting management. And as you get to the rotor of this, okay, it's got the rigid rotor. So that's going to ensure when you're putting a ton of heat on it with heavy fish that pull hard and you're winding against them, that rigid rotor is really going to help improve the beefiness of the reel. When we slide down just a hair, get into the body, the part that nobody really sees. Let's start off with the bearings. 10+1 SARB bearings, shielded anti-rust bearings. When we talk about X-Ship, it's got X-Ship, so double bearing supported pinion gear. When we talk about the gear itself, it's the Hagane gear. It's part of that driving fundamental of Shimano reels with the Hagane concept. Hagane gear is a cold forged, one-shot stamped aluminum drive gear. Hagane body, all metal, super rigid, super strong body. Again, all this helps for keeping things in line. The other thing you're going to notice with this reel is they actually went to silent drive. Silent drive is where Shimano has reduced the tolerances, so made everything fit better in the drive and pinion gear area and gear area. What that did is it eliminates a lot of noise or whirring sound that you get traditionally. It's a very, very quiet reel, but it also improves contact between the gears, offers you gear longevity, just a bonus all the way around. The biggest change for this reel, in my opinion, is probably the infinity drive. Infinity drive is the main shaft in the reel that makes the spool go up and down. And what they've done is they've actually gone through the center. And with a bushing and a special coating on the main shaft, it actually improves the torque under load by up to 30%. Massive difference. And again, we're talking about things that you're talking probably the toughest battleground you could ever bring a reel out to. Saltwater environment, hard, big pulling fish, whether it's tarpon running for a bridge in the Keys, or it's bluefin tuna off the coast of Massachusetts off Cape Cod, or up that entire East Coast, or you're bottom jigging for grouper, snapper. You know, all these situations are areas where having that extra torque is going to help. So you have a strong drag and you've got strong torque in the reel with infinity drive. When it comes to water protection, we're talking about, again, saltwater. You want to break something? Boat, electronics, rods, reels, guides, you name it, bring it to the salt. That environment is harsher than anything, so with this reel, like the previous gen, it has X Shield, but they've also included X Protect in the new 2021 Twin Power SW. X-Protect is basically a labyrinth system where it stops water from getting in from the vital areas that can penetrate inside the reel. So, X-Shield, X-Protect, sealed, anti-rust bearings as well, 10+1 of them. When it comes to the sizes, and we talk inches of line per handle turn, there's a few things you should know. Starting at the 4000, it will bring in 37 inches of line per handle turn. Super fast. The 5000, 39 inches of line per handle turn. The 6000, 41 inches of line per handle turn. And the 8000, 42 inches of line per handle turn. I'm going to put the brakes on you right here. There is one change in the lineup this year with this, the 10,000. It's actually considered a PG, 4.9 to 1. So that only brings in 40 inches of line per handle turn. And I'm going to explain to you why the difference and where the next jump comes from. If you're a guy who's bottom jigging, let's just say you're throwing top waters like slow moving walk the dog like a dock in the Northeast for stripers, or a big chugging lure like a pop orca and you want to work it slow and pick up slack slow, or you're butterfly jigging, or you need extra power and torque from that lower gear, the 10,000 is going to be the choice for you. If you're a speed chaser, you want super fast, move to the 14,000. It actually brings in 53 inches of line per handle turn. So the difference between the 10,000 and the 14,000 is 40 inches of line per handle turn, and then a jump up to 53. In my opinion, the two reels, because they're based on the same body size and the 14,000 just has a higher line capacity due to a deeper cut spool, you have to pick what you're looking for first and foremost. Is it torque or is it speed? If it's speed, go to the 14,000. If it's torque, make no mistake and grab the 10,000, which is the PG gear. When it comes to the weight of the new Twin Power, the 4000 starts off at 12.3 ounces in weight, and as you gradually get bigger, obviously the sizes go up and the weight goes up. At the 14,000 end, which is the high end of the reel, 23.3 ounces. So in summary, guys, I mean, really when it comes to the new releases this year, we see a trend already with what Shimano's dropped on the market. Lots of trickle-down technology coming into the mix. We saw that with Ultegra. Stuff that we first saw in Stella not a few years ago are trickling down to the consumer level. This is number 2 on the hierarchy of saltwater reels. This sits underneath the Stella, but a lot of Stella's technology has trickled down into the new Twin Power SW. The biggest ones in my books, heat sink drag on the 10 and 14,000, that infinity drive, that new drivetrain that improves torque when loading or reeling under load, and obviously X-Protect in that harsh saltwater environment. So, and of course 2 new sizes with an 8 and 14,000. So that's my breakdown, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you can do me a favor, sub to the channel. I'm going to be doing more and more of these tech breakdowns on product. So if you're like me and you get a little geeky over the fine-tuned stuff when it comes to reels and you want to know, that's basically my goal this year, is to give you guys more information on the reels that are out. And obviously I'm a big fan of Shimano, been using them a long time, been working with them for a while now. And the Twin Power SW is just another improve. It's another link in the chain. Shimano just keeps getting better and better. So check it out, new 2021 Twin Power SW. Thanks, guys.